Hey, hallå, I'm Kråkan, so known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Class Movie Rambles, where I talk about all the movies that I found in my class while cleaning. This week's movie is The Jungle Book from 1967. It's about 1 hour and 50 minutes long, and the movie starts with an intercredit sequence panning over the jungle and to a kid that's been abandoned in the jungle by someone. He's picked up by a panther called Bagheera, and he's put in the care of a family of wolves. And 10 years later, he has grown up to a larger boy, I guess. And the wolf has to decide what to do with him because there's this tiger called Shere Khan, and he's out to kill every human if he can because he doesn't like humans, obviously. So Bagheera agrees to take him to the man village so they will be rid of the problem. And during the night, they stay to rest, and this snake called Kaa tries to eat Mowgli, but Bagheera the panther distracts him, and Mowgli managed to push the huge python down to the ground and hurts his spine, which is kind of funny. It sounds like a badly oiled tire or something when he tries to crawl away. So the next morning they are awoken by a group of elephants. There's like this marching kind of military exercise with a group of kind of funny elephants, and Mowgli joins them. And not for long, there's this charade be about an elephant never forgets and whatnot. There's like this joke. And sometime later, Bagheera and Mowgli, this little kid, it's called Mowgli by the way, I didn't think I said that, but anyway, they kind of end up in a bad situation, and the panther leaves Mowgli in the jungle by himself, and he is picked up by this bear called Baloo, and Baloo teaches him how to fight. And Bagheera misplays the sound and thinks it's there's a fight or something bad is happening to the kid, so he comes running, but it's just Baloo, and the whole thing turns into a life saying for the kid. It's like a singing about the bare necessities and how to be a bear and whatnot, and just be chill about everything. Kind of like a hippie mentality now that I think about it. So of course Bagheera leaves the Mowgli in the care of Baloo. That's a common theme in this movie. He just, after a while, he's just well, you take my problems, I don't care. But this ends up with Mowgli getting kidnapped by some apes, and Baloo and Bagheera is forced to intervene. So Mowgli gets taken to the king of apes called, King Louie, and he's an orangutan that wants to become human and learn about fire because he believes that just because Mowgli is a human, he knows how to make fire. So Baloo and Bagheera tries to save Mowgli, and while doing so, the whole temple of the king falls apart and they basically escape. So sometime later, while Mowgli is asleep, Bagheera and Baloo are talking to each other about why it's so important for Mowgli to return to the village, and the Shere Khan kind of speech and everything. So sadly, Baloo has to tell Mowgli about this, and he's not happy about it, so Mowgli runs away. And he actually runs away, and I think Bagheera talks to the elephants for some help to actually find him. And while he's talking to the elephants, Shere Khan the tiger overhears him, so he knows now that Mowgli is somewhere alone in the jungle and he can just go hunt for him, which is not that good actually. And then we cut to 3 vultures in this rotted abandoned tree, and there it ends up with Mowgli arriving and them actually singing kind of a good barbershop number. It's a lot of singing in Disney movies in general, but it's not a bad thing. So not for long, the tiger Shere Khan arrives, and he starts to chase Mowgli, and Baloo joins in as well, and the vultures trying to save Mowgli. And then lightning strikes a tree, starting a fire, and Mowgli takes one of these burning branches and ties it to the tail of the tiger, sending the tiger running into the jungle. But during this battle, this confrontation, Baloo is mortally wounded, or so we would believe. So Bagheera has this nice speech about Baloo and everything, but then Baloo just wakes up. So it's kind of a funny scene. And then sometime later, I guess they're pretty much near the man village at this point, and Mowgli hears a girl singing while she is filling up an urn of water. And he basically falls into water, basically falling for her from a branch, and she is hypnotized in love, I guess. So he follows her into the village, and that's pretty much the end of his tale. But Bagheera and Baloo, they kind of, they move with the good thing, and they sing the bare necessity song again, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. So what do I think about this movie? I like it a lot. It's a classic, obviously, and but the one thing that I like the most is the hand painted backgrounds. At the beginning of the movie, there's a lot of panning shots of the jungle, and they display the intro credits, showing off waterfalls and the jungle's foliage and everything. And it's really beautiful. And just thinking about it, like if this movie was to be done today, probably would have been made with CG graphics and, well, everything would pretty much be CGI, I guess, even panthers and bears and everything, because that's more practical. But, I like this old kind of type of movies because they're not made anymore, I guess. So, I mean, I can definitely recommend this movie, but I don't think that a lot of kids want to see it. There probably was a remake or something, but yeah, maybe I watch it some other time. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.